All right, so the last tool that we want to talk about is your activity tracker or wearable, or like whatever it is that you decide that's your preference on what's going to be the best and easiest and most convenient for you. But this is very important, and this is something that, like, at least for us, want to kind of throw like caution out there, that you're not using this and tracking your activity so that you can eat more food. I know sometimes like these can get crazy. People are like, oh, I burned this many calories, I took this many steps, which means that I can play this game of like this many calories out. That means I can do this many calories in. It doesn't necessarily work that way. And so
it doesn't translate that easily.
Yeah, I wish it was, because then I would just move around all the time so I could eat more food. But it allows us to be able to see what your overall activity is, and so like establishing or knowing how active you are as a person, and then how many calories you burn consistently because of that activity is going to be huge moving forward.
And so do note that, like, if your activity tracker is attached to the nutritional tracker that you are using, such as, like, for instance, MyFitnessPal, make sure that the setting for adjusted calorie burn is turned off. I'm going to stress that. Turn it off. This is, once again, to build a baseline for your general movement. And that's with all of this stuff. Like, all of these tools allows us to know where we are starting, and so that we can collect appropriate data and then make informed decisions on where to move in order to progress towards our goals.
And then it also allows for establishing some consistency. Like, as I'm sure you guys have heard, like, being consistent with anything definitely can be a great thing. And so, like, being able to yield the benefit of being consistent, or the compound effect, comes with identifying what you're doing. And if you're not tracking your daily activity, you have no idea if one day you're super active, the next day you're not. And so it allows you, it's like, all right, cool. In order for me to have the quality of life that I want, I have to be at least this active on an average. And so then it allows you to be able to hit that target and know, like, with confidence that doing these things will move you towards your actual goal, versus some like weird thing up, down, not knowing. And so, like, this just establishes, like she said, a baseline.
And especially, like, if you think about, oh my gosh, I got such a good workout at the gym. And then what happens? You're
Netflix and chill all day.
Netflix and chill. And then when you start tracking, you're like, OMG, I only got like 2,000 steps. You're like, oh, wow. But I worked out so hard at the gym. Once again,
and so it allows you to be able to see, like, and have a little bit more like we've talked about, control.
Intention, control.
Yeah, because it's like I said, somebody's like, oh, I feel super active because I work out all the time, but then they don't realize potentially how sedentary they are outside of just their working out. And so this allows us to see, like, what actual activity looks like, and then if we need to adjust appropriately moving forward.